Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, my name is Modhani, and enough of me promising to upload videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Sometimes you have your plans ready, but some other things happen and you can't control them. But all belong to God, and we have to accept things as they come. So I'm back still with no content, but at least I figured something out. So today just decided to share with you the process of applying a passport in Kenya, because I did apply for a passport recently and I decided to maybe share information for people who applied before the new reforms were made. You probably don't know what happens nowadays, or you may want to get first-hand information from someone who has just gotten their passport or gone through the process recently. So that's why I'm here. I applied for my passport on the 15th of November, and the nearest appointment day was on the 17th of December 2019. So I went for the 2 p.m. appointment, and I just want to share with you what it was like. So first of all, you need to have a new citizen portal. In case you don't have, just go to your browser or Google and just type e-citizen portal Kenya, whatever you just type, and the process of opening a new account is just simple as long as you know how to use internet. In case you don't know, you can go to the cyber, they'll help you, and of course I prefer doing it on my own, and I think most of us will prefer opening their e-citizen portal on their own, and also applying for the passport online. So you don't have to go to the cyber to apply for a passport. So what you do is just have all the documents that you are required to have. They are listed online, so you don't have to keep asking people, but I'll list them for you in case this will be helpful. So number 1, you need your original ID. Number 2, you need your original birth certificate. Also, you need a recommender who is not necessarily your immediate relative, so you need their ID as well. So in case your parents are alive, you need their original ID. In case they're not, you need their original death certificate. You also need 3 passport size photos, and there are clear instructions on how those passports will be taken. So read them and understand before you go to the studio. But most studios know the guidelines for taking a photograph for passport application. So you just need to go to the studio and tell them you need passport photos for passport application. So you'll need 3 of those passport size photos, and just bear in mind those are not the photos that will appear on the copy of your passport. That's not what will appear on this passport. So in case you need to have your hair knit or whatever, you just need to do it on the appointment day. That's when they'll take the photo that will appear on your passport. We already have ugly ID photos, and we don't want other ugly photos on your passport. But I already made my mistake. I thought we were going to use the photos that are taken in the studio, and I ended up having the ugliest passport photo appear on my passports. So let's not talk about the photos, because I don't want to get depressed today. At least not today. Let's talk about other happier things. So I'm going to talk about the appointment day, and just make it easy for you on that day, just make sure you've printed your documents in advance. So you need a copy of your ID, you need a copy of your parents' ID or death certificate, you need a copy of your birth certificate, you need a copy of the recommender's ID, you need a copy of the application form, and you also need 2 copies of the invoice. In case I've forgotten to list anything, just check on the description box, because I will list I'll give additional information. So just make sure you printed all those things before the appointment day, so that you make things easy for you on that day. So for me, my appointment was on the 17th of December 2019, and I got there at around 10 to 20. It was past 2, but not too late. So I got there and there was a long queue. The queuing process is like sort of fair, if I was to comment about it, because you're given the token number. What do you call them? I hope they're called the token numbers. So there'll be no confusion. If you came first, you'll be served first. If you came last, you'll be served last. So you need to learn to interact with people you find with the queue, because they'll feed you with information that you may require. You may need to compare the documents you carried with them and ask them a few questions that may help you during the application process. So you've already applied for a passport, and you also need to pass time. So just interact with people, and you may realize you've just left one document and you need to go print it before it's late. So what happened on that day is at 3 p.m. the door was locked. So everyone who was inside was served, and those who came after 3 were not served. And the appointment is on 16th, and you decide to come on 15th. You'll be told to go back and wait for your appointment. No one will be served before the appointment time or day. So if your appointment is on the 16th, say 2 p.m. and you decide to come at 10, you just have to go back and come back at 2. So please don't make that mistake. Don't waste your time. Just go on your appointment day. Other people may think that avoiding Nairobi will be faster. You may think you need to travel to Embu or Nakuru or somewhere you think the process will be faster. But I want to just assure you, Nairobi, the process will be very fast. They are very organized. As long as it's on your appointment day and you get there in good time, you'll be served. And I happened to travel to Embu. Cousin was going to collect her passport, and the process there was the worst. I keep thanking God because I decided to book my appointment in Nairobi, because it's convenient and at least they're organized and they're used to serving so many people, so the process will be very fast. Queued for quite some time on the appointment day, but at least I was served, and immediately they sent me a text to tell me that my application has been received and they're going to inform me when the passport is out. And I received my message on the 28th of January 2020. That's when they told me my passport was ready, and I was told to book an appointment for collection. You need to book an appointment for collection, though it's not as hectic, and I got an appointment the following day, so I booked an appointment on the 29th of January, and I booked the 12th the 12 a.m. appointment. Okay, I booked the 12 p.m. appointment. So I was there at around just a few minutes to 12, and I started queuing. And normally what they do, they have all the passports there, and they start calling you one by one depending on the time you booked. So they'll start with the I guess the 8 a.m. appointments. So they'll call out names and you'll go pick your passport and leave. So by 12:30 I already had my passport, and all you need to carry is your national ID and your invoice. That's it. By the way, I happened to visit the immigration center before the new reforms. Like, during that time you didn't have to book an appointment, and I tell you that place was chaotic, and I wouldn't want to go back to those times because there was no order. Okay, probably there was some order, but it was hard, and things have been made easier. And you're planning to apply for a passport, just know it's not as hectic. Well, it's not going to be that smooth, but at least it's not as hectic as people used to say. Someone told me before the new reforms, they tried going there, and they went there at 5 a.m. and still did not get the services they were looking for. So I think the new reforms are just good and perfect, and you don't have to go checking whether your passport is out. They'll tell you when it's ready, and I think that's convenient for everyone. So nowadays it's not as bad. So that's it for today's video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.